So today's going to be just a nice level 1 class. We're not going to go crazy. What you might want to try to do today is maybe stay within the bounds of this one level 1. And let's just work on our form. Maybe not trying to ramp it up too much. If you really feel you need to open something up and you need, a more advanced modification, go ahead and take it. But don't feel that you have to at every turn ramp everything up. All right, my name is Freddy. This is my good buddy Steph. She's here with us this morning. She's going to play along. She has a tremendous practice, lot of range. And if she stays within her practice, sometimes she finds out she has a much deeper practice that day, just staying within the base pose and really working on the nuances of those postures. So we're going to, in that spirit, kind of do today's practice. We're here at Village Yoga in Potomac. Hopefully we'll be figuring out some way to do classes again sometime soon. Until then, we are donation-based. We are trying to pay our landlord so that we can be here when we get back. So anything you can do is appreciated, but don't make yourself nuts about it. I certainly do not. That said, let's come up top of the mat. So just ground your feet down onto the mat. And just shift your weight left and right. Just shake your arms out a little bit. Good. Go ahead and close the eyes. Just roll your right ear towards your right shoulder. Good. Let's roll the chin down towards the chest and then take it over to the left. Good. And let's take it back over to the right. Good. One more time to the left. Good. One more time back to the right. Good. Come back to center. Let's inhale the hands up high to the sky. Interlock your fingers to the webbing. Push your palms straight up to the sky. Look up at your thumbs. Maybe you're looking at your pinkies. Push your pelvis slightly forward. Lift the heart up. Let the head drift back gently, finding a nice standing camel here. Let's take 2 breaths here. Think about driving your sternum up towards the sky, pushing your pelvis forward. One more breath. Good. Forward fold all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Let the head come down towards the mat. So if you want to grab the back of your calves and pull yourself forward, that's awesome. You go ahead and bend the knees a little bit and just let yourself just melt down over those thighs. Feel the rotation through the pelvis. Feel the hamstring just open up just a little bit. Then start to straighten the legs. Once the legs start to feel straight, what's going to start to happen is the weight's going to shift slightly forward, and you can feel the crown of the head driving down more than driving forward. You're going to feel the pelvic rotation through. Now pull your belly in nice and tight and feel just a touch more rotation as you melt down. Good. Let's go ahead and grab opposite elbows and just hang like a rag doll here. Sway a touch side to side. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. And breathe nice and easy here. Let's release the hands down to the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Good, let's inhale the hands up high to the sky, reaching back up high to the sky. Let's grab this left wrist with the right hand and just pull ourselves towards the side wall. Push your left hip towards the left wall. Now, I want you to think about length through the left side bodies first. Now, once you feel that's nice and long, I want you to think about the lower side body. That's the right side. Now I want you to create length there. So at the same time you reach towards the right side wall, you want to push your left hip towards the left side and feel length through the left side. Through the right side. Breathe. Now feel equal length through both sides. Good. Come back up through center. Switch the grip of your hands and just take that tilt the other way. Breathe. So again, first you feel length through the upper side body. Then feel length through the lower side body. Good. Then feel length through both side bodies at the same time. You'll feel a delicious stretch here. Breathe. One more breath. Good. Come back up through center. Good. Forward fold all the way, all the way, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Let's go ahead and step the left foot back. Left hand to the mat, right hand to the sky. Nice, easy twist here just to open up. So this is a nice, gentle stretch here. Breathe. Drive through the back heel. If you need to drop this back knee down to the mat, by all means do so. But if you can keep it up, keep it up. Now spark through the right fingertips. There it is. So as Stephanie took that right hand up, she engaged her core to create length. We're just here one more breath. Good. Release the right hand down to the mat. Let's go ahead and drop that back knee down to the mat. Inhale the hands up high to the sky, Anjalayasana. Flattening that back foot. Lift the heart up with the head roll back. Breathe nice and easy here. One more big breath here. Good. As you come hands into prayer, neutralize your spine. Let's twist. Left elbow, right knee. Just keep it here and breathe. So we're going to play with a bind prep here. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand to the high and put your left hand on your heart. Now, take a pause here. Do you feel square? Exhale the right hand down behind the back. Hold here. Breathe. So Steph's getting all the way to the left side of this left hip. Now, take your right hand and put it on your right hip. Right on top of the hip. Right here. No. This hand. Left hand, I'm sorry. Left hand on the right hip. There it is. Breathe. So she's using the left arm to pull herself through. Now that I got my arm straight, she's using the reach of that right hand. Now drive that hand towards, there it is, breathe. There's that rotation. So you don't have to find the hands to get crazy deep here. She's crazy deep. Release the hands down to the mat. Go ahead and straighten your front leg, half split. So feel yourself rock back over that back knee. Let the left chest plate come down towards the left thigh. Feel the crown of the head extending towards the toes. So Stephanie loves to drive her fingers forward of her foot and create a lot of length here. Breathe. You could be there. Some people like to take them back towards the back wall and play with them there. So what I want you to do, if you can, is keep the left hand driving forward and take the right hand back towards the back wall. You'll feel an oppositional stretch here. You see how your hips kind of mirrored what your shoulders are doing? So the left hand went forward, the left hip says, oh, we're going forward. The right hand drew back, the right hip said, oh, we're going back. But it made it feel really square. Just one more breath here, guys. This is a nice oppositional stretch. Good. All right, bend into the front knee, power up the back leg, and take your right foot back to meet your left. So we're in a plank here. Breathe. Spread the back wide. So the first thing I want you to feel is your lats, and then feel your chest muscles after you feel your lats. So if your chest is engaged and your lat is engaged, the whole back and chest are really wide. Good. Chaturanga low push-ups. Elbows clip the sides, maybe all the way down to the mat. Inhale to an upward facing dog or a baby cobra if you went all the way down, and then roll back to a downward facing dog. Breathe nice and easy here. So down dog is a check-in posture. It's a posture that you need to get very comfortable with if you're going to go into advanced classes, because this is where you need to recover. So if you're a biker or a runner, there's a speed that you're still moving quite a bit that you can recover in. This is your recovery posture. All right, right foot goes high, right foot high. Step the right foot forward and through, back heel spins down. Inhale up into warrior one. Breathe. So let's clean up warrior one today. So the back heel is significantly behind the pinky toe. You're going to feel that left hip start to rotate forward. Keep the right hand high. Drop the left arm parallel to the ground. Now, just like we did in that half split, pull that left hip forward as you reach the left hand forward. Good. Once you feel square, as you take the left hand to the high, bend your front knee just a touch more. That's a perfect warrior one, right where she's at. Beautiful posture. Breathe. One more breath here, guys. Big inhale. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Step that left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Bend into the knees and inhale up into chair. So your feet might start a little bit apart. Stephanie immediately starts to bring her feet together. Big toes will start to touch. Heels are slightly apart. She just tucked her tailbone to neutral. Now just below the bra line, ladies, close your ribs just a touch. One more breath. Good. Forward fold, hands down to the mat. Good work, good work, good work. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale the hands up high to the sky, and hands come down into prayer. Let's take 2 centering breaths here. So set a simple intention for today's practice. Maybe it's just to breathe a little more consistently. Maybe it's just to stay within your practice. Maybe it's to just kind of work on those base postures like I talked about earlier. Wherever you are is where you should be. All right, let's inhale the hands up high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Take your feet about a fist width apart. Peace fingers grab the big toes this time. Now, elbows away from each other. Again, first, inhale and bend the knees. Exhale and straighten those legs as the crown of the head drives down. That's it. Play with that pulsation one more time. Inhale, bend just a touch. Exhale and straighten. The weight will shift really forward. Breathe. One more breath here. And release. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Big step back with that right foot, right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky. Nice, easy twist. Breathe. So the first thing when you're first finding this posture is you want to feel that bottom hand. So it'd be your right hand flat down on the mat. You want to feel grounding. Then, once you feel the twist, think about the left hand and lift. Now that right hand's trying to get light. At the same time, you're drawing your left knee towards you just a touch. There it is. One more breath. Good. Release that hand down to the mat. Drop your right knee down to the mat. Inhale the hands up high to the sky, Anjalayasana. Lift the heart up of the head, roll back, breathe. So this is a great place to open up that right psoas by bending into the left knee. You can get the left knee a little bit past that ankle. There's nothing wrong with it. Not in this posture. Good. As the hands come into prayer, you neutralize your spine. All right, let's see if I can cue this right this time. Right elbow, left knee. So start with prayer twist. So if you have a problem with prayer twist, it's a little much. This actually will make it easier if you take that left hand to the high, right hand to your heart. That actually makes it a little bit easier. Okay? Now, that top hand, the left hand, behind the back. That right hand, I want you to put it on your right hip, just on that hip, right on this point. There it is. Breathe. Now, she's using her whole forearm against that whole thigh to pull herself through. And if you can see the reach of the hand, now it's getting towards the groin. This is how you would marry the hands up at the groin eventually. One more big breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Straighten your left leg. So for these first 3 or 4 breaths, I don't care where you go in this half split. Maybe you go hands forward like Steph. Maybe you go hands back. Maybe you just have hands kind of, mine would be like mid-shin, and I would kind of be bending the elbows and pulling my heart forward. Let's breathe a little bit easy here. Last 2 breaths like this. All right, start taking your attention to your right hand. Swing the left hand back. As the right hand goes forward, feel that right hip go forward. As the left hand goes back, feel the left hip draw back. By doing that, you're keeping your hips and your shoulders square. Let's take another breath here. Last breath. All right, guys, bend into that front knee. Power up your back leg. Send the left foot back to meet your right. You're in plank. Good. From here, chaturanga, maybe all the way down to the mat. Upward facing dog. Maybe you're just doing that little bit of a cobra, and then you're going up and over the toes, downward facing dog. Breathe nice and easy here. Walk your dog out a little bit, bending the left and the right and the left and the right. Right foot goes high to the sky. Reach it up nice and high. Left foot goes nice and high to the sky. Put that right foot down, left foot high. Step the left foot forward and through. Inhale up into warrior 1. Breathe. So once you start and you feel like, okay, my warrior 1's pretty good, I want you to drop your right arm parallel to the ground, left hand stays high. Now, as you draw that right shoulder forward, bring the right hip with it and bend into that front knee. Then take the right hand back to the high. Take a perfect warrior 1. Breathe. Nice. So that front hip might want to feel like that knee wants to drift a little bit towards the left side of the room. Keep that knee in tight. Now pull the belly in tight. Drive to the outside edge of that back foot. You just got one more breath here, guys. Big inhale. Exhale those hands down to the mat. Step the right foot forward, forward, fold. Awesome. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward, fold. Inhale the hands up high to the sky. Good. Sit down in a chair. All right, so we're going to keep playing with that shape that we played with that twist. All right, so we're going to go hands into prayer. Prayer twist, left elbow, right knee. So if this is intense, again, the right hand of the high, the left hand of the heart will feel pretty good. You probably can get a little bit deeper. This top hand behind the back. This bottom hand, I want it right on the hip. Just put it right here. You see how she's using this whole forearm against this thigh to really create rotation. That's crazy deep. 2 more breath. 1 more breath. Good. Forward fold, hands down to the mat. That is waking up those twisting muscles. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Let's inhale the hands up high to the sky. Let's try the other side. Hands come into prayer. Prayer twist. Right elbow, left knee. So again, first thing, left hand high, right hand heart. You could stay here. Top hand behind the back. Maybe this feels great. Bottom hand just to the outside of that hip. So she's using that whole arm and that whole thigh. They're like pulling through. Crazy rotation. So she's probably at a twist where she could get a full reverse bind across both sides of her thighs if we were playing with that today. Good. Forward fold, hands down to the mat. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Good. Hop, step, jump back. Let's take a vinyasa. High to low push-up, upward facing dog. And let's roll on back to a downward facing dog. So again, you could just step back and go plank down dog. You could drop all the way to the mat, go baby cobra, down dog. You could step right back to down dog. All right, let's take the right foot up nice and high to the sky. Reach it up nice and high. Let's step that right foot forward and through. Inhale up into warrior one. Big inhale here. Good. Exhale, warrior two, back of the room. Swivel, turn, bend into your left leg. So the feet have to move here to get into that warrior two position. All right, flip the palm, reverse the warrior, and warrior two. Straighten your left leg, shorten your stance just a touch, reach cock and tilt right into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So some of you don't need to shorten your stance much. Some of us need to shorten it more. Some need to shorten it a lot. So I don't care where you get to. So Stephanie got basically down to her ankle pretty quick. As she takes breaths, every inhale she'll probably go a little bit deeper, and every exhale she'll draw up into that left hip socket, creating length. Lots of triangles going on here. Make sure all your triangles have straight sides. One more big breath here. Good, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let's cartwheel the hands down, send the left foot straight back into a down dog split. Straight back down dog split. Create that length here, breathe. Step the left foot forward and through, inhale up, warrior one. We're on that other side, warrior one. Good. Warrior two, front wall, swivel and turn. The feet have to move. So Stephanie not only went longer, but she adjusted her feet so the heel of the front foot bisects the arch of the back foot. Flip the right palm, reverse the warrior, and warrior two. All right, again, straighten that right leg. Stephanie barely shortens, if at all. Good. Cock your pelvis, reach and tilt, finding triangle. So again, think about those long side bodies. Legs are long. Lots of triangles here. You know the triangles. Both legs in the floor make one. Hand to hand. Back foot and floor make another. Arm, front leg, and lower side body make another. There's a bunch more. I could keep going. Breathe. Good. Warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let's cartwheel the hands down and step back into Vashisthasana. So if you have to drop the left knee down, drop it down. Right hand to the high. If you can stack the feet, breathe. So again, first thing you're going to feel is a lot of weight into this bottom hand. Then when you start to feel lift through the right hand, like you're trying to pull that left hand up off the mat, it gets a lot lighter if you take that intention in mind. Good. Release the hand down to the mat again. You could push right to down dog, or you could take your vinyasa to down dog. Where are you at? Breathe nice and easy here. Two more breaths. Good. One more breath. All right, let's try the other side. We're going to go a little different though. Left foot high to the sky. Let's step the left foot forward and through. Inhale up, warrior one. This time we're going to warm up, extended side angle. Good. Warrior two, back wall. Swivel, turn, bend into the right knee. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And let's go extended side angle. Right elbow down to the knee, left hand up over the head. Create length here. So I like the elbow and the knee to start. Why? This lower right side body, I want to create length. The reach of the top hand keeps length through the upper side body. The head rotation will really let you open up. Just two more breaths here. Just one more breath here. Good. Let's come back, warrior two. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Cartwheel the hands down, send the right foot back, down dog split. Right foot back, down dog split. Step the right foot forward and through. Inhale up, warrior one. Good. Warrior two, front wall. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And let's go extended side angle. Again. So the reason you use the elbow in the beginning is to create that length. A lot of times if you get that hand down to the ground right away, you'll collapse the whole left side body here. We don't want that. We want length here. We're warming up these muscles. Breathe. Two more breaths. One more breath. And warrior two. Fantastic. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Cartwheel the hands down, stepping back, Vashisthasana. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the high. Open up again. If you can stack the feet, stack them. If not, drop the bottom knee down to the mat. Create length here. Breathe. One more big inhale. Exhale that hand down to the mat. Let's take a vinyasa to downward facing dog. Breathe nice and easy here. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. All right, let's take the right foot back up high to the sky. Reach up nice and high. Let's step the right foot forward and 3. Let's find high lunge. So let's clean up high lunge. So high lunge feels a lot like Warrior One, except for there's no torque in the back hip. So by not having this back heel down, I'm not having to torque this hip forward. By coming into a more natural position where the ball of the foot is off the mat, my thigh bone spins within that hip socket and really creates square hips here almost with ease. Breathe. Let's drop the hands down behind the back, roll the shoulders down away from the ears. Draw your shoulder blades together for a second. Good. Lift the heart up, let the head drift back gently, drive the knuckles down. Humble high lunge. Take the nose just inside of the front knee. Take your knuckles up as high as they want to go. So mine wouldn't get up very high. Stephanie's basically pointing them straight up towards the ceiling. As she gets warmer, they're going to start pointing towards the front wall a little bit. Breathe. So we're not trying to drop the right shoulder inside of that right knee, because if you do that too much, what's going to happen is you're going to start to open up the hip sockets. I want square hips here. Now reach through your knuckles and draw yourself back up into high lunge, and then release the hands back to the high. Fantastic. Hands come into prayer. You know what's coming. Prayer twist, left elbow, right knee. So again, this could be very intense. This elbow could be to the inside of the knee if it needed to be. Let's take right hand high, left hand heart. Good. Top hand behind the back. Slide this left hand to this hip and pull yourself through. You see the torque she's creating there? This is really going to help you wake up those twisting muscles to find full bind eventually. Breathe. 1 more breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Drop the back knee down to the mat. Half or full split. I don't care which one. We're going to be here for 4 or 5 breaths. If you have that full split, drive the foot forward, take full split. If you're staying in half today, stay in half. So I've been doing a lot of running, and I'm training not to run a marathon per se, but to run that kind of a distance. And one of the things it starts talking to you about is knowing when to stay within your practice, stay within your run. Just because you feel like you can push, when you're training for long distances, you have to stay within a certain pace and get used to owning that pace. Last breath here. All right, let's bend into that front knee. Power up the back leg. Send the right foot back to meet the left and go straight through a vinyasa to down dog. Breathe nice and easy here. Two more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. All right, let's try the other side. Left foot goes high to the sky. Reach it up nice and high. Step the left foot forward and through. Inhale up. High lunge. So find that high lunge. Clean it up. Breathe. Again, feel that right thigh spin neutral into that right hip socket. Bend into the front knee. 2 more breath here. 1 more breath here. Good. Hands come into prayer. Prayer twist. Right elbow, left knee. So you feel the twist. Good. Left hand high, right hand heart. This could be it. Top hand behind the back if you like. Maybe you're there. That right hand comes to the left hip. Pull yourself through. Breathe. Stephanie's literally grabbing her pants and pulling her bottom rib cage through here, creating tremendous rotation. 1 more breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Drop that back knee down to the mat. Straighten that front leg. Half or full split. Huh? Oh, you're right. I did forget that. Thank you. 1 more breath here. All right, let's bend into the front knee. Power up your back leg and come back up into high lunge for a sec. Going to clean up something I forgot, Stephanie, remind me. Hands down behind the back. Good. Collapse the shoulders. Drive the knuckles down. Lift the heart up. Good. Again, humble lunge. So Take that left chest plate down towards the left knee. Take the nose just inside of that shin, knuckles towards the sky. I want everything to stay very square here. Breathe. 2 more breath. Good. 1 more breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Step the right foot forward, forward, fold. Let's come to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale the hands up high to the sky, and hands come down into prayer. Breathe. All right, so we're going to play with a little balance. So we're going to start with tree. So if you come up into tree and you have to get it above the knee and you keep falling out of it, you're not doing yourself any favor. Be at the calf. If that's making you nuts and you're falling out of that, be at the ankle. Wherever you can find balance is where I want you to be. Hands into prayer. Just relax. Breathe. So weight on the right foot, left foot, ankle, calf, or groin. Release the hands to the high when you're ready. Just relax and breathe. So I really want you to think about rotating this left knee outward and then tucking your tailbone slightly under. Find peace, balance here. Breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good, and release. Good. Let's try the other side. Shake them out for a second, okay? So again, find a place where you have stability right now. We're just worrying about stability. Hands can come into prayer. Hands can come to the high. So once we have this tree, I want to think right knee is starting to point towards the right wall, and then I tuck my tailbone under and I close my ribs. That should have made you feel really stacked, straight up and down. Breathe. Point the knee a little bit more towards the side. Tuck the tailbone under again. Close your ribs. Holding for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Good. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right, so we're going to play with dancer now. So I'm going to use the wall. Marsha, if you're in there today, I'm doing this one for you this week. All right. Hand to the wall. We're going to go right hand, right ankle, left hand to the high or to the wall. So start with a nice kick. Get your head up, get your heart forward and kick. Breathe. Hold it for 4. Drive it up for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. So using a wall for assist is an awesome thing to do. What it does is it allows you to take the balance out of the equation, really work on the back bend. So what you do as you're doing that is you start getting your hand lighter and lighter on the mat. So as I would play with this, I'll start really with my hand on the wall, then I'll go fingertips, then I'll start trying to take my hand like it's just barely touching the wall. All right, let's try the other side. Left hand, left ankle, right hand high. Again, let's reach and kick and find it. Again, if you're using that wall, once you find that back bend, come on to spider fingers. Then come on to 1 finger. Then maybe take that finger off the wall for a second. If you have to touch the wall again here and there to find that balance, go ahead and do so. 1 more breath. And release. Awesome. Inhale the hands up high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold all the way, all the way, all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. All right, make your way back through vinyasa to downward facing dog. Breathe nice and easy here. 2 big breaths. Good, 1 more breath. All right, let's go right foot high to the sky. Let's point the toe, roll the hip open, and bend the knee. So think about that right knee pointing up towards the ceiling, and both pelvis points are trying to shine towards the right side wall. So if you had a light on each pelvis point, both lights are on that side wall. 1 more breath here. Good. Take that right foot back up high to the sky. Step the right foot forward and through. Let's come right into warrior 2. Right into warrior 2, warrior 2, warrior 2. Breathe. All right, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And warrior 2. Let's go extended side angle. So we could play with this way too. So let's take this top hand behind the back, half bind. So this right elbow comes in front of this right knee. See this hand as it comes towards the groin, towards the belly? This is going to create tremendous rotation. So if you're working towards that bind here, this is going to get you there. If you have full bind, go ahead and take full bind. Two more breath. Good. 1 more breath. And warrior 2. Good. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, turn your toes towards the sidewall. Inhale the hands way up high to the sky. Nice wide leg forward fold all the way down. Let the head come down towards the mat. Grab ankles, calves, or feet. So if you're just starting, just grab the outside of your feet from this side of your feet. If you've gotten a little bit deeper, you could take your hands to the back side of your ankles and grab the ankles from the back side. Take them on the inside stuff. There you go. And pull your head down. Breathe. If you're an inverter, if you have to, go. So Steph's actually shortening her stance. Why? Because her proportions were making it so she was crowding her head with this beautiful deep forward fold. Breathe. One more breath. Nice. Good. And let's come back. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice flat back. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky. Nice easy twist. Breathe. Let's drop the left hand down to the mat. Peel the right hand to the high. Breathe. Good. Hands come down. Good. Take your hands to your hips and stand up nice and tall. All right. Relax for a second, guys. Steph, turn sideways in a wide leg. So straddle your mat. All right, guys. So if she is too wide, take your feet a little too wide. With her rotation, watch what happens. Rotate down. You see how she's crowding her neck? So what does she have to do? She actually has to shorten her stance. Now the crown of her head's down. So learn your proportions. How wide do your feet have to be in conjunction with your rotation in your pelvis to get your head into this perfect position? Thanks, Steph. Okay? So just know your body. Because if you have tremendous rotation, your torso proportioned to your legs are going to start dictating how wide those feet need to be. If you're too wide, you're going to crowd your neck. If you're too narrow, the head's going to be way off the mat. So just learn it. Warrior 2 front wall. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let's cartwheel the hands down, step that foot back. Let's take a vinyasa. So getting advanced in yoga is a lot about understanding your proportion, your proportions of your body, where you're at, where your strengths are, where you need to work on things, and then utilizing all of that knowledge to find deeper and deeper postures. All right, left foot goes high to the sky. Point the toe, roll the hip open, and bend the knee. Again, if you had 2 lights on those pelvis points, you're trying to shine both of them towards the sidewall. But your shoulders aren't playing with this one, it's just the hips. One more breath. Good. Step the left foot forward and through right into warrior 2. Fantastic. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Good. Extended side angle. So again, take the top hand down behind the back, take a half bind. Take your bottom hand maybe to your tummy. And you're using the elbow against the inside of the knee and the hand towards the tummy to create rotation. There it is. Breathe. So she's deeper than she'd be if she was in a full bind. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. Let's come back, warrior 2. Fantastic. Straighten the left leg, turn your toes towards the side wall. Inhale the hands up high to the sky. Now, think about your proportions and your rotation. Forward fold all the way down. Let the head come down towards the mat. So what I want to think about is that rotation so that the crown of the head's down on the mat. Steph's in a perfect rotation here. So the crown of her head is all the way straight down. She's got great rotation here. Breathe. If she was wider, she would be crowding her neck and her chin would have to come towards her chest to create that space. If she was closer, she just went closer. Now all of a sudden she has to readjust and get more rotation because then she has to get down even more. Now she's really got the weight forward. Where are you at? Are you feeling good? Take another big breath where you're at. Good, and release. Let's walk both hands over towards the right ankle and put your nose on the right knee. Just a little side stretch here. Breathe. Awesome. Take another breath. Good. Let's walk them all the way over to that other foot, that left foot. Put your nose on the left knee. Just take a nice side stretch here. Breathe. Awesome. Walk your hands back to the center into a halfway lift. Is your spine parallel to the ground? If it is, extend both arms forward. From your core, push yourself up to a standing position. Warrior 2, front wall. Really good, guys. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Cartwheel the hands down, step that foot back. Let's take a vinyasa. So once you understand your body proportions and your strengths and your weaknesses, you can utilize those totally to your advantage. Even your weaknesses. All right, bending the knees, looking forward, hopper, step forward, forward fold. Good. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Good. Inhale, the hands up high to the sky, and hands come down into prayer. All right, so we're going to play with some more balance. So this time what I want you to think about is if you don't have toe lock where you're comfortable, Steph, take toe lock for us. Yeah. So she's got that right foot in toe lock. Extend. If you can't get to here where it's easy, then I just want you here like me, okay? So let's play. All right, weight in the left foot, right knee. If you have toe lock and you're comfortable in toe lock where your shoulders stay over your hips, take it. Breathe. You're good. I'm good. Let's rotate the knee or the foot open. We're still good. Breathe. Can you take another breath here? Stephanie's showing off for us. Good. Let's bring it back to center. Good. Take the left hand across the right knee or foot. Right hand starts to reach back. Can you look to the right thumb for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. Fantastic. Breathe. So that's a good example of what's challenging for her would be too much for me. Okay? But I stayed in it the whole time. No wobbles. Let's try the other side. Left foot or left knee. Hand to your hip. I'm solid here. I'm okay. I'm even talking to you. Take another breath. Pick the knee up a little higher if you're on the knee. Good. Inhale it open. Foot or knee. Breathe. Still solid. Relax. Take another breath. Good. Draw the foot or knee back to center. Right hand across the knee. Left hand reaches back. Can you look towards the left hand? Hold it here for 3, for 2, for 1, and release. That might have felt a little bit better today. Why? We worked on all those great rotations and twists, using our arms to pull and create rotation. It really, really should have made that feel really nice today. All right. Let's inhale the hands up high to the sky. Let's draw the left knee up into the chest. So our left knee's here. So visualize a warrior 3. And then I want you slow and controlled, keep moving until you finish at your warrior 3. I don't care how parallel to the ground your body is. I care that it's a straight line. If you're teetering up a little bit, that's okay. One more breath. Good. Step back, warrior 1. Squaring up. Breathe. Let's straighten your right leg. Shorten your stance just a touch. Fold over your front thigh. Pyramid. Melt down over it. Breathe. So the hands can drop somewhere down. Both sides of the foot. Steph's keeping her palms together. She's creating tremendous length through her upper body. Let's take a couple more breaths here. Walk your hands back in line with your ankle. Come into a halfway lift till your spine's parallel to the ground. Left hand stays to the ground or a block. Right hand peels to the sky going into a revolved triangle. If you get your hand all the way to the right side of that right foot, that's great. If you don't, that's fine. So let's accentuate again. Draw the top hand behind the back. Rotate the shoulder open. You should feel a nice stretch here. Breathe. One more big breath. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Bend into the front knee. Kick up standing split. Left foot high. You could grab your foot with 1 or 2 hands if you'd like. You could just take that foot up as high as it wants to go. I don't care if it's just barely off the ground, almost parallel to the ground, or straight up and down like Steph. Wherever you're at is awesome. Just one more big breath here. Good. Release the left foot down next to the right, forward fold. Heel to your feet out nice and wide and just sink into yogic squat. Let's juice up those hip sockets before we go to the other side. Breathe. So just melt here. Take another easy breath. If you want to take crow this morning, drop the hands down and take crow. If you're not taking crow, just stay in this yogic squat. It's a wonderful way to open up your hip sockets, creating power. Hip flexors are really powerful. Good. Wherever you are, hands to the mat, tush to the high, standing forward fold, top of the mat. Good. Inhale the hands up high to the sky, and hands come down into prayer. All right, you know where we're going. Right knee draws up high. Think about Warrior 3 first. Now with control, continually move until you're in Warrior 3. So I don't care if I was this high, as long as everything's long. My hip flexor might hurt on this side, so I'm not flexing into it much. Maybe I can go more. Maybe I can get all the way there. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. Good. Step back, Warrior 1. Fantastic. Breathe. Straighten your left leg. Shorten your stance just a touch. Fold over your front thigh. Pyramid. Right into it. So drop your hands somewhere down, maybe on both sides of that front foot. Maybe you're reaching long like Steph is. She does that to continue to create length through the side bodies. Feel your right hip come slightly forward. Draw your left hip slightly back. Breathe here. Couple more breaths. All right, right hands to the mat. Left hands to the sky, coming into that revolved triangle. So maybe you go to that halfway lift first and then find that rotation. If you have a block, I'd use a block. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. Drop that top hand behind the back. Take another breath or 2 here. You feeling that rotation? Are you drawing the top shoulder back? Maybe that hand came a little bit closer towards that left foot, that bottom hand. All right, bending into that front knee as you drop your hands down, kicking up, standing split. Again, you could just stay right here. You could grab your ankle with 1 or 2 hands. There's a bunch of you out there that have all kinds of things you might play with here. Feel free to do it. You're good and warmed up now. Body probably feels good. Drop the right foot down next to the left, forward fold, top of the mat. Heel toe your feet out nice and wide again. Sink into yogic squat. Breathe. Again, you could stay here. You can maybe split the arms. You could go into crow. Choice is yours. If you're taking crow, release the hands down. Two more breaths. Good. 1 more breath. All right, hands down to the mat and make your way back through a vinyasa to down dog. We got 1 more flow and then we're hitting the ground for good, guys. So we're going to finish off today playing with half moon. Half moon is one of my favorite postures. Why? Because my body just understands it and likes to do it. Right foot goes high to the sky, reach up nice and high. Point the toe, roll the hip open and bend the knee. If you want to flip your dog for this last flow, go ahead and drop that right foot down, pick the right hand up, find a beautiful back bend here. Breathe. Take another full breath here. Let's come back to a down dog split. Step the right foot forward and through right into warrior 2. So let's flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let's straighten the front leg and keep reaching towards the back wall. Just create length through the side bodies. Breathe. 1 more breath here. Good, warrior 2. So what I want you to think about is these side bodies are just going to start to tilt as you go into this hip socket, and they're both going to become parallel to the ground. So visualize half moon. Once you see it, then start to move and keep moving till you find it. Let the weight shift and find half moon. Breathe. Now look a little bit towards that side wall, towards the left. Get long for 3, for 2, for 1. Step back, warrior 2. Fantastic. Gather yourself up here and breathe. Let's flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Good, warrior 2. Visualize it again. Half moon. Let's take it, let the weight shift. You know what's coming. That top hand's going to come down behind the back. Feel the bottom rotation through. Steph brought that hand to the heart as she brought that hand to the groin. Now, all I would tell her to do is Belly button to spine. There it is. She just neutralized her pelvis there. That was great. One more breath. Step back, warrior two. Really good, really good, really good. Let's flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Let's cartwheel the hands down inside of that right foot, heel to the right foot out right edge of the mat, forearms to the mat. Let's drop that back knee down to the mat. Can you get your forearms down? Breathe. This could be totally it. If you can pick the back knee up for a breath or two, that's fine. If you needed blocks under those elbows, I'm down with that. If you take a variation here, there's a bunch of you that I know are advanced yogis that are in this class. Go ahead and take whatever you want to play with right now. If you're staying within the spirit of this level one, maybe roll to the knife's edge side of that right foot. Let that hip socket juice up. Breathe. Two more breaths. Good. One more breath. All right, let's all press into our forearms and send our right foot back to meet our left forearm plank. Breathe nice and easy here. Drop the pelvis down to the mat, Sphinx pose. Let's just take a couple breaths here. Let your heart shine forward. Feel from your fingertips to your elbows. Draw the heart forward. Breathe. For 3. For 2. For 1. Release all the way down to the mat. Good. Hands go straight back towards the back wall. Let's inhale up into Shalavasana. Everything comes up. Get the head up, get the heart up, get the thighs up. Holding here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release down. We're going to do that one more time. When you're ready, inhale. Everything comes up off that mat. Get the head up, get the heart up, get the thighs up. Holding here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. And release down. Turn your cheek to the mat. Bring the hands to the sides of the chest and push up and back, downward facing dog. Left foot goes high to the sky. Point the toe, roll the hip open, bend the knee. Again, if you want to flip that dog, go ahead and drop it down. Pick the left hand up, find a beautiful back bend. Breathe. One more breath. Let's come back to a down dog split. Step the left foot forward and through, right into warrior two. All right, flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Go ahead and straighten your front leg. Keep reaching towards the back wall. Think about length through both side bodies. Breathe. Good. Warrior two. All right. Visualize first. Visualize half moon and visualize what it takes to get to half moon. Once you see it, go. Let the weight shift. Strong and long. Stack the arms straight up and down. Are you solid? Can you look a little bit right? Now everyone probably needs to pull their belly button in just a touch. That's going to neutralize that pelvis. So you had it. Steph pulled it a little too much. That's okay. Step back warrior two. Even the great ones fall out every once in a while. It's all good, guys. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. And warrior two. Let's go half moon. Go ahead and take it. Let the weight shift. Find it. So again, when you're ready, top hand behind the back. Feel the rotation. Think about the back heel. Can you look a little bit to your right? Stomp into that left foot. One more breath. Good. Step back, warrior two. Good work, guys. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Cartwheel the hands down to the inside of that left foot. Heel to the left foot out, left edge of the mat. Forearms to the mat. Lizard pose. Breathe. So again, maybe you're staying right here, knee up or down. If you're rolling to the edge of that foot, that's awesome. If you're taking something else, take whatever you are taking. 2 more breath. 1 more breath. Press into the forearm. Send your left foot back to meet your right forearm plank. When you're ready, release all the way down to the mat. Heart forward, shoulders back and down. Breathe. And then release all the way down to the mat. All right. You could go back into Shalavasana, arms straight back. If you want to take Dhanurasana, bend the knees and grab the ankles. If you want to do one at a time, you could do one at a time. When you're ready, kick. Drive the toes up and back. Let the heart come forward. Breathe nice and easy here. One more breath and release down. Turn your cheek to the mat. All right, let's try one more time. Bend the knees, grab those ankles, drive the toes up and back. Dhanurasana, floor bow. Breathe. This is our big back bend at the end of class today. One more breath, and then release down. All right. Okay, let's push back into child's pose. And let's come up onto our hands and our knees. Right hand to the mat, left hand to the sky, right hand down, left hand high. Shoot the left arm down and through, come down onto that shoulder, palm facing up. You can extend the left arm forward. You could take the left arm behind the back. If you want to step that right foot out, you could step that right foot out. Find the rotation that works for you. Nice easy twist here. Not so easy. Could get a little intense if you really go for it. One more big breath. And unwind, coming back onto all fours. Good. Left hand down, right hand high. Shoot the right arm down and through, come down onto that shoulder, palm facing up. Again, take your progression. What makes sense to you? Breathe nice and easy here. 2 more breath. Good. 1 more breath. Let's unwind, coming back onto all fours. Very good. All right. Come onto your bottom, release both feet forward. So remove the flesh from the sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale the hands way up high to the sky. Forward fold all the way down. Paschimottanasana. Let your heart melt down over your thighs. Breathe nice and easy here. Two more breath. Good. 1 more breath. And let's come up. Good. Right foot stays long. Left foot comes in the groin. Let's just forward fold. Jani Shirshasana. Melt down over that front thigh. Breathe nice and easy here. Last 2 breaths. Last 1 breath. And let's come up. Good. Release that left foot forward. Right foot comes into the groin. Let's forward fold towards that foot. Just melt down over it. Breathe. One more big breath here. And let's come up. All right, soles of the feet together, knees out wide, Baddha Konasana. Just forward fold, hinge. So maybe the elbows catch the front of the shins and you pull yourself forward. Maybe you release the arms forward. Maybe you're just sitting up tall and just letting the knees open up. Wherever you're at is cool. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And let's come up. Very good. All right, all the way into your backs, guys. Hug the right knee into the chest, left leg is long. That left hand's just going to draw that right knee across the body. The right arm's just going to reach to the sidewall. Feel the rotation through. Just breathe. Can you feel the rotation through? Can you relax into this posture? Let's take a couple more breaths here. Let's come back through center. Release that right leg long. Hug the left knee into the chest. Give it a good old hug. Again, when you're ready, guide that knee across the body. Left arm reaches out towards the side wall. Feel the rotation through. Breathe. One more big breath here. Let's come back to the center. Hug the knees and the chest. Rock gently side to side. Let's grab the outsides of the feet. Pull the knees down towards the armpits. Happy baby. Spread the back wide. Heave the heart towards the ceiling. Breathe nice and easy here. Maybe you straighten one leg then the other. Maybe you like to straighten both for a second. Maybe just pulling those knees down towards the armpits. Feet like they're flat up on the ceiling. Last 2 breaths. Last 1 breath. Good. Release the legs long. Hands come up underneath the bum. Lift the heart up with the head roll back. Let's find fish pose, finishing off with a nice back bend here. We're going to take 4 breaths here. So just breathe. You have 2 more breaths here. Breathe. Last breath here. And then release down, finding final relaxation, Shavasana. So if you need something else here, maybe Supta Baddha Konasana, you can take that. If you're ready for Shavasana, you can get into that. So as a graduation gift for my daughter, I bought her a puppy. And it is a really ridiculously cute little corgi. And he is extremely sweet. And it is interesting how he has impacted everyone in the house. My dog, Bo, the big German short hair you see every once in a while at the beginning of class, he has become a little bit jealous, but he likes the puppy. And he'll take toys over to the puppy, and he'll actually play with the puppy. But when we go out, he kind of is a little bit rebellious right now. He's kind of a little bit angry that he's not getting all of the attention. Loretta's dog, the Aussie, she comes over and goes immediately into mommy mode. She starts taking care of the puppy. She always knows where the puppy is. She disciplines the puppy when he does something he shouldn't, and praises him when he does some things that he should. When I come home, he immediately runs to me and gives me some attention just for a while, and then he's back to his mom. So he really hadn't been away from his mom much, but my daughter needed to do something the other day, so she went out for a couple hours. As I didn't know she was back yet, but the puppy all of a sudden runs downstairs. I didn't hear the garage, so I don't know why he ran downstairs. So I'm calling him, and I start to walk downstairs, and all of a sudden I hear the garage door open, and he was not coming upstairs until he got his mom. So when she walked in the door, I asked her, when you came home, did you sit in the driveway for a minute or two? And she goes, how did you know? I'm like, I didn't know, your puppy knew. And that warmed my daughter's heart because the puppy is hers. He's bonded to her. He looks out for her. Even though he is making impacts on everyone around him. So I'm sure he likes some people better than others and some dogs better than others, but he does make time for everyone. So when you get to your practice, what I want you to do is I want you to make time for all of your posture friends. Even the ones you don't like so much. Because they all need that attention. Because as he makes his rounds to everyone, everyone's happier in the house. And even my dog, Bo, has become more tolerant and less rebellious as he looks forward to seeing his little brother. So the next time you get to a point in a practice where we're taking a posture you don't like, I want you to flip the switch. And I want you to say, I'm just going to do this a little bit better than yesterday. You might not. But if you go into the intention that you're going to do it a little bit better, you will have better results no matter what, I promise you. Let's bring some attention back to our fingers and our toes, giving them a wiggle. Pull the knees into the chest when you're ready and give them a hug. Roll to your right side and then push to a seated position, facing the front of the room. Hands come into prayer heart center. So be like my little puppy. Give everyone some attention. That doesn't mean you don't have your favorite posture. Thumbs come to the third eye. As you bow forward, namaste. Thanks, everyone. Everyone have a great day. Stephanie's always a wonderful person to have here to demonstrate for us. Everyone be safe out there until we can see you again, hopefully in the studio real soon. Namaste. Thanks, guys. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you.